I'd like to take you through this paper 2 prediction for 2022 March exams Kcse Mathematics paper 2. With my predictions, I start with number 1, whereby you are told that you use logarithm table correct to 4 significant figures to evaluate the cube root of 0.07214 times 2.2037 or over 69.8. Now we understand that you write number standard form. For me, I write log and log. That is log twice for some reasons that you will understand later. Then from there, if I pick this number the way it is, 0.0, write it here, this is the number, then you write it in standard form, you move 2 steps ahead because it's 1, 2, up to 7.214, then it will be times 10 power negative 2 because you move to the right. So that is the standard form, and therefore the logarithm will start with this power. So it will be per 2 point. You read the logarithm of 7.214 from the table and you find it to be 8582. So it will be per 2.8582. You also bring this number 2.037 in standard form. It will be 2.037 times 10 power 0 because you have not moved to another point. So the logarithm must start with this power, which is 0 point. Then you read the logarithm of 2.037 from the table. You find it to be 0.3090. So then from there, because it was multiplication here, we do addition. So if we add these two, we get per 1. If you add all this, that is 2. This will be 2 plus 0 is 2. This is 17, 7 carry 1. This is 6, and this is if you add this one is 11, 1 carry 1. So negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. That is why we have per 1.1672. There was a cube root here, so we times a third. When you are multiplying by a third, I have to think of a number. If I add two numbers that when I add them, I get negative 1. So the first thing to do is to negate the 3 because it's division by 3. If I negate 3, that means I put negative 3. I think of a number I can add to negative 3 to get negative 1. So negative 3 plus 2, it will be negative 1. And therefore, I'll have negative 3 divided by 3 plus that 2.1672 divided by 3. So this gives you negative 1. You divide this using your calculator. You find it is 0.7224. You add with the negative 1, it gives you per 1.7224. So I translate that number, I brought it here, per 1.7224. Then I do this now, the numerator, it is 69.8. In standard form, it is 6.98 times 10 raised to the power 1. Now the logarithm must start with power 1, so it starts with 1 point. You read the logarithm of 6.98 from the table, you find it to be 0.8439. Because here it is division, we subtract. When I subtract, this is 14 minus 9, you get 5. We remain with 11. 11 here minus 3, you get it's 8. Here we have remained with also 1 because I borrowed from, remember I borrowed here to have 11. I've borrowed again from here, it is 1 remaining. 1 you borrow from here, it is now 11 minus 4, it is 7. Then you also have it remained with 6 here. 6 we borrow from negative 1. Negative 1 minus 1, you get, we remain with negative 2 here. So it becomes 16. 16 minus 8 is 8. We remained with negative 2 here. Negative 2 minus 1 is the same as, that is, if we have, we remained with negative 2, minus 1. Negative 2 minus 1, you get negative 3. So it is per 3.8785. So this is now what we look for the antilogarithm of this part, because we times 10 power negative 3 in standard form. We go the reverse, it will be times 10 power negative 3, and then we look for the antilogarithm of 0.8785 antilogarithm. You get it to be 7.560 from the table, and if you use the table you get 7.560 times 10 raised to power negative 3. That's the number. The number now 3 steps behind it will be 0.00756. That is the number. That's the answer. We go to the next question. That is question number 2. Sorry. In question number 2, solve for x in the equation. So we have log of 5x minus 15 minus log of 2x minus 3 equals to 1. Remember, this is the same as log to base 10 of 5x minus 10, log to base 10 of 2x minus 3. So if we have this 1 is the same as, if we write in logarithm form, it's the same as log to base 10 of 10. Log to base 10 of 10 gives you 1. So you write everything, it is log 5x minus 2 minus log 2x minus is equals to log 10. Because here is a minus, we subtract, we divide. So it will be log of this divided by this one. That is log 5x minus 15 all over 2x minus 3 equals to log of 10. The logarithm can cancel there, so that we remain with 5x minus 15 over 2x minus 3 equals to 10 over 1. So if we have that, we cross multiply, we shall be having 5x minus 15 equals to 20x minus, because it is 10 into 2x minus 3, that is 1 into that, it gives you that. So this is 5x minus 15 equals to 20x minus 30. So we shall be like terms together. It is 5x, you minus now 20, you take this the other side, it is minus 30 plus 15. So this gives you minus 15x and equals to minus 15x. We divide by minus 15, divide by minus 15, x equals to 1. Question number 3. Given that z varies directly as the square of x, z varies directly as the square of x squared, and inversely as the square root, and inversely, that is all over inverse, it means all over the square root of y. Then you are told that if x equals to 2 and y equals to 9, when z is equals to 3, find z when x is 3 and y is 4. So first of all, let us include equal sign here. If we put an equal sign, then we must introduce a constant. So we say z equals to kz squared over the root of y. Because of equal sign, we introduce a constant k or c, whichever letter. Then that means if I substitute z with 3, y with 9, and x with 2, if I substitute, it will be 3. That is z is 3, 3 equals 2. Then this is x, which is 2 squared, times k, which is a constant, all over the root of y, which is root of 9. Then we shall be having 3 equals to 4, that is 2 squared is 4, all over 3, k. So I need k. So if I need k, if I multiply by the reciprocal for me to get this k, yes, I multiply by the reciprocal, that's 3 over 4 in both sides, it will be 9 over 4. Times 3 over 4 times 3 over 4, here it will cancel, then this will be 3 over 4 times, that is 9 over 4 equals to k. K equals to 9 over 4. So after getting 9 over 4 as k, then all cross multiply. This is 9 and this 4k equals to 9, so we divide by 4, then k is 9 over 4. Then that means the equation is z equals to 9 over 4 x squared over the root of y, and that is the equation here. So when x is 3 and y is 4, we substitute now here to find the value of z. Z is 9 over 4 times 3 squared all over the root of 4. So this gives you 9 over 4 times 9 all over the root of 4 is 2. So this gives you 81 over 4 divided by half, and that gives you 81 over 8, which is the same as 10 and 1 over 8. That is simple as that. And then we go to the next question, prediction number 4. Question number 4 is that we evaluate. It is a question on Surds. Kcse in the last around 4 to 5 years, we have never missed a question on Surds. So it's a question you expect. It's a question you expect because it has never missed. So this is 1 plus root of 5 all over 2 plus root of 5 plus 1 minus root of 5 all over 2 minus root of 5. So what you do, you look for the LCM of the two. This is times this one, this times this one. This is like the way we do fractions. Let us use that method. Although you can still do a rationalization of the denominator of each part, still it can work, but the best is just to get the LCM of the two, which is 2 plus root 5 times 2 minus root 5, like I've done here. That becomes the LCM. Then this one goes to all these, it will cancel itself, will remain with 2 minus root of 5, and that is now 1 plus root of 5 times 2 minus root of 5, then plus this one, it cancels itself, will remain with this one, that is a 2, that's 1 minus root of 5 into 2 plus root of 5. So we have used difference of two squares when we have the denominator here. We know that a squared minus b squared equals to a plus b into a minus b. That's difference of two squares, and therefore the denominator will become to be 2 squared, which is 4, minus root of 5 squared, which is 5. So the denominator, I already know what it will be. Now you work on the numerator. On the numerator, I have expanded. So 1 into this one. So 1 into 2 minus root of 5 plus root of 5 into 2 minus root of 5. Then plus, we start with 2. 2 into 1 minus root of 5 plus root of 5 into 1 minus root of 5. Then you open the bracket, you'll find it to be 2 minus 5 root 5. That is, this times this is 2. 1 times root 5 is root 5. That is 2 minus root 5. Then plus 2 root 5. 2 root 5. Then minus root 5 times root 5 is 5. Then plus 2. Then minus 2 root 5. Then plus root 5. Then minus root 5 times root 5 is 5. So we have it here, so that we can now see negative root 5 and positive root 5 can cancel out. 2 root 5 and negative 2 root 5 can cancel out, so that we remain with the numbers, which is 2 minus 5. 2 minus 5 you get is 2 minus 5 is negative 3. Negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. Negative 1 minus 5 you get is negative 6. So it will be negative 6, and this 4 minus 5 is negative 1. Negative 6 over negative 1, which gives you 6. So that is how you want to solve this question. The next question is a question on circles and chords. So that is a Form 3 topic. It is likely to appear this year. That in the figure below, AB is the diameter of the circle, chord BQ intersect AB at N, BQ intersect AB at N, a tangent to the circle at B and meets, there is a tangent at circle B here and meets BQ produced at R. PQ produced at R. So given that PN is PN, we have 14 centimeter, NB is 4 centimeter, BR is 7.5 centimeter. We calculate the length of NR. We find NR. Remember when we talk about diameter of a circle, because we are told that AB is a diameter. Diameter of a circle meets a tangent at the circumference at angle of 90 degrees. That is a diameter of a circle, and the tangent to a circle meet at 90 degrees. That one we understand. So if this becomes our 90 degrees, we can find NR by using Pythagoras theorem. So that means BR squared plus BN squared equals to NR squared. So that means to get our NR is the square root of BR plus BN squared, both. So NR, it is 7.5 squared plus 4 squared square root. So which is square root of 72.25, and that gives you 8.5 centimeter. Then AN, to find A to N. If you know now from here to here, we need NQ. And for us to get NQ, and we need NQ for us to use it. So if we let NQ to be X, so that means if I use the PN, that is PR times, that is PR P to R times Q to R equals to BR squared. If I use that, that is PR times RQ. I've said PR times RQ equals to PR squared. So we let NQ to be X. NQ, I've said, is X, and therefore, and we know that PR is the whole line. PR is the whole line, which is, this is 14 plus what we have found, 8.5, which gives you 22.5. So we shall be having 22.5 into, to get QR, it is this line minus this QR, it is the whole line NR, which we know as 8.5 minus X, which I let NQ to be X. So 22.5 into 8.5 minus X, that is gives you PR squared, which is 7.5. So from there we open this bracket. This gives you 191.25 minus 22.5x equals to 56.25. So we subtract, we get 135 equals to 22.5 divided by 22.5 in both sides, we get X as 6. So when you get X as 6, that is our point NQ, and I need AN. For me now to get AN, I use this principle, that is for intersecting within a circle. We know that AN, the point of intersection, times NB equals to PN times NQ. So that means 14 times 4 equals to 4. No, AN, call it AN times 4 equals to 14 times 6. Equals to 14 times 6. AN times NB equals to PN times NQ. That is AN times 4 equals to 14 times 6. AN equals to 14 times 6 divided by 4, and that gives you 21 centimeters. 21 centimeters. Next question is question number 6. Calculate the semi-interquartile range of 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 5, 7, 9. The first thing you do is to rearrange this number in ascending order. That is from the smallest to the largest. So if I arrange this number from the smallest to the largest, I start with 1, 2, 3, then 3, there's another 3 here. So 4, then we go to 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So after arranging all the numbers in ascending order, semi-interquartile range is different. There is a difference between semi-interquartile range is the same as quartile deviation. But if you are asked to find the quartile range is Q3 minus Q1 direct. But semi-interquartile range is the same as quartile deviation, which is Q3 minus Q1 over 2. So, to get our Q1, we need the nth term. To know the nth term for Q1, it is n plus 1 all over 4. To get that term, so our n, there are how many terms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 terms plus 1, 11 over 4, so the nth term is 2.75. 2.75, you count 1, 2.75, it will be around there. So we include these two numbers to get the Q1. So Q1 will be 2 plus 3 over 2, which is 2.5. We get Q3, so we need the nth term of Q3, it is 3 into n plus 1 over 4. That is 3/4. Q3 is 3/4, so it is 3/4 of n plus 1. So the nth term is 3 into 11 over 4, that gives 8.25 term. So we get 8.25 term is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.25 is around there. So we include these two numbers, 8 plus 5 divided by 2. So 8 plus 7 divided by 2, which gives you 7.5. So the quartile deviation or semi-interquartile range, it is Q3 minus Q1 over 2, which is 7.5 minus 2.5 over 2, which is 5 over 2, which gives you 2.5. But if you were asked just quartile range, the answer could be 5 because it is Q3 minus Q1. The next question is question number 7. Question number 7 talks about given that a minus I minus 2j plus 3k and b equals to a equals to 3i minus 2j plus 3k and b is equals to 2i minus 4j minus 3k, where I, j and k are the unit vectors, find the modulus, the two parallel lines, two perpendicular lines within a number means modulus. The modulus of 2a plus 3b. So 2a, it is 2 into what we have a as 3i minus 2j plus 3k, which gives you 6i minus 4j plus 6k. And 3p will be 3 into 2i minus 4j minus 3k, and that gives you 6i minus 12j minus 9k. That is our 3b. And therefore, the modulus of 2a plus 3p, 2a plus 3b, we add these two. This gives you 6i plus 6i gives you 12i, and minus 4 plus minus 12 gives you minus 16j, and 6 plus minus 9 gives you, it's the same as 6 minus 9, which gives you negative 3. So we shall be having 12i minus 16j minus 3k. That is 2a plus 3b. So 2a plus 3b modulus, we get the modulus. It is, remember, modulus is x squared plus y squared plus z squared square root. So this modulus of 2a plus 3b, it is 12 squared plus negative 16 squared plus negative 3 squared square root, which gives to square root of 409, which is 20.2237 units. So that is the modulus of this according to this question. Question number 8, we make x the subject of the formula in a equals to bx over b plus x into power of a third. Hence, we find the value of x when a is 2 and b is 6. So the first thing we do, if we power the whole thing with 3, so that we power the whole thing, we cube everything, then that means we multiply the cube here, the cube every part, it will be a cubed equals to the cube of this. This is a third times 3. Remember, we multiply the powers, so a third times 3 gives you 1, So it will remain as bx all over b plus x. From there we cross multiply, it will be a cubed into b plus x equals to bx. Then we open this bracket, it is a cubed b plus a cubed x equals to bx. Like times the term with x together, so we shall be having a cubed b equals to bx minus a cubed x. Because we are interested with x, then we shall be having a cubed x. We factor out x here, it will be x into b minus a cubed. Then we divide by b minus a cubed, b minus a cubed, we remain with x here. So x will be a cubed or b all over b minus a cubed. That is what we can see here. That is the value of x. Then after getting the putting x the subject of the formula, we are told that a is 2 and b is 6. We find the value of x. So the value of x will be equal to, wherever we have an a, we put 2. So it will be 2 cubed times 6 all over 6 minus 2 cubed. That gives you 48 all over minus 2, which is equal to negative 24. So mostly making the subject of the formula, you expect such a question this time round. We go to next question, number 9. A question on expansion. If you go the previous exams that has been done for the last around 3 to 4 years, if you check, you will find that this question has always been there. It has always been there. So what you do here, expand a minus 6 power of 6 up to the term x cubed. Use your expansion to estimate the value of 2.99 power 6 to 3 decimal places. You open your table and get the coefficients with power of 6. You get this 1, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, and 1. Or use your calculator. You start with the 6, you press 6, then you press where it is written NCL, that is in your calculator, then you press 6, then you press NCL, you press start with 0, you press 0, it will give you 1, you press again 6, you press NCL, you press 1, it gives you 6, you continue up to 6. Then you will also find you get these coefficients. Then after getting the coefficients, we know that a minus 6 power of 6. Without considering the negative here, we know when you have a negative, we start with minus, plus, minus, plus in that order. So it could be, you start with a, we get the highest power 6 here, a power 6, and we add an x not a 6. This is x, a minus x. So x power of 0, x start with the power of 0. So a power 6, remember the coefficient is 1 times a power of 6, x power of 0, minus 6 times a power of 5. The power of a reduces and as the power of x increases. So 6a power of 5, x power of 1, then it will be now plus 15 times a power of 4, x power of 2, then minus 20 power a power of 3, x power of 3. Then if I continued, it will be plus 15 a power of 2, x power of 4, then minus 6. It will be minus 6 if I continued, 6 a power of 5, a power of 5, a was reducing, this is power of 2, so it is power of 1, a power of 2, 1, and x power of 5 now. So you will finally, that is minus, plus, and finally minus 1, a power of, a should be power of the last one, a should be power of now 0, because and x power of 6, times 1. So but we were to reach x power of 3 according to the question here, according to the instruction. So if you a power of 6, x power of 0 is 1, a power of 6 remains, so it is 1 times a power of 6, which is a power of 6 minus x power of 1 is the same as x, a power of 5, so it is 6a 5x plus 15a 4x squared minus 20a cubed x cubed. So we need to find a minus x power 6 is the same as 2.99, so that we solve this power of 6. So it is power of 6 and not 9, power of 6 here. So that if we deal with power of 6 and 6 will cancel, so that we remain with a minus 3. We need to find 2.99. A minus x equals to 2.99. So remember, to get this 2.99, if I take the next number 3 and there is a minus, so I need a number that if I minus another one, I get the answer 2.99. So if I take 3 minus 0.01, it's power of 6, not 9. Power of 6, it will be the same as a minus x. So that means a is 3 and x is 0.01. X is 0.01. So from there, I substitute wherever all this equation, wherever there is an a, I put 3, wherever there is an x, I put 0.01. So it will be 3 cubed, 3 power of 6, not cubed. It is 3 power of 6 minus minus 6 into 3 power of 5 times x, which is 0.01. You do everything, you get all these numbers. That gives you 714.54096. 096. So that is number 9. Then we go to question number 10. A coffee blender has 2 brands of coffee, Tamu and Chungu. A kilogram of Tamu costs 70 shillings, while a kilogram of Chungu costs sorry. We have said that a coffee blender has 2 brands of coffee, Tamu and Chungu. A kilogram of Tamu costs 70 shillings, while a kilogram of Chungu costs 64 shillings. In what ratio should he mix the 2 brands to make a blend which costs 68 shillings per kilogram? I have explained in my tutorials previously that we say that the kgs in the mixture and the kgs independently, they will be equal. That is, the amount used will be equal. Because to purchase, that is, if we let x kg of Tamu to be mixed with y kg of Chungu, so that means Tamu was costing 70x plus 64y. This will be equal to the cost of the mixture, which is 68 shillings per kg, into the sum of the mixture, which is x plus y. So 70x plus 64y gives you 68y plus 68x plus 68y. So we shall be right terms together. 70x minus 68x equals to 68y minus 64y. So 2x equals 2, because 70 minus 68 is 2x, equals to 68 minus 64 is 4y. So if I divide by 2 all through, I get that x equals to 2. X equals to 2, the same as 2 over 1. So I multiply by, I need to remove the y here. I multiply by 1 over y times 1 over y. So that means y and y cancels. So x over y equals to 2 over 1. And therefore, meaning the x is to y is 2 is to 1, and x was the Tamu and the y was the Chungu. So x is to y is to 2 is to 1. Question number 11 is a question on circles. Find the center and radius of a circle whose equation is x squared plus y squared plus 8x minus 2y minus 1 equals to 0. So x squared plus 8x, I arrange the x separate and the y separate, and I take the constant to the right hand side. That is what I've done here. So I have brought x squared plus 8x plus 8x plus y squared minus 2y equals to 1. I take 1 the other side. So that I use completing square method to find a c in each part for x and for y. To introduce a c for x and for y, and whatever I get, I add it also in the right hand side. So to get c, we know that c equals to b over 2 squared. Our c will be b, this will be our b over 2 squared. So x squared plus 8x plus b is 8 over 2 squared. 8 over 2 is 4. 4 squared is 16. So it's plus 16 plus, for this part it is y squared minus 2y plus, it is b over 2, which is 2, even if you talked about negative 2 over 2 squared, that's negative 2 over 2 is negative 1 squared is 1. So it is y squared minus 2y plus 1 equals to 1 plus now the two numbers that we have added, 1 and 16, plus 16 plus 1. So you pick the square root of this, which is x, and the square root of this, which is 4. You look for the symbol here, it's a plus, so it's x plus 4 bracket squared plus, you take this one square root is y, and you take the square root here is 1, and then you take the symbol here is minus 1 squared equals to 18. So from this equation that we know, the equation of a circle, x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equals to r squared, where the center is a, b, because this one is like if you took it the right hand side to remain with x, x could be a, and you took the right hand side, x could be, y could be b. So where the center is a, b, and the radius is r squared square root, then the center from this equation is you take right hand side becomes negative 4 and the y becomes 1. So it is negative 4, 1, and the radius is square root of 18, which is 4.243 units. Number 12. The original area of an object after two successive transformations given by this and this is in that order becomes 168 square units. Find the original area of the object. Two successive transformations. To get a single matrix that transforms that, it is the second matrix times the first matrix. So a single matrix is this one times this one. So 3101 times 2135, this one. If you multiply 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 times 3, 2. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 times 3 is 3, 6 plus 3 is 9. Then you go to the next, is 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 times 5 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8. You go to the lower side, it is 0 times 2 is 0, 0 plus 0, this is 0 plus 0 plus 3, that gives you 3. Then 0 plus 5, that gives you 5. So this is the single matrix. So the determinant of this single matrix gives you the area scale factor. So the area scale factor equals to determinant. We find the determinant is 9 times 5 minus 8 times 3, 9 times 5 minus 8 times 3, which is 21. 45 minus 24 gives you 21. And the determinant is equals to area scale factor, meaning that area of the image or of area of object, that is, if we let the area of object to be x, 168 over x equals to 21 over 1. We cross multiply, it is 21x equals to 168. X is 168 divided by 21, which gives you 8 square units. That is the area of the original object. The next question, find the equation of perpendicular bisector of line PQ, where the coordinates of P and Q are P is this and Q is this. Now, I've used the distance formula. There is another formula whereby you need to find the midpoint here. You add the coordinates. You have them here. This is 2 plus negative 2 plus 4, which is 2 over 2. That gives you 1, and it's under 7.5. You use those coordinates as the midpoint. Then you find gradient of this one, and the gradient of perpendicular equals to negative, the product of them equals to negative 1. Use that. That's one method. Or use the distance formula. If I introduce a center here xy, I have a center O xy, then Q, you know, have the coordinates. Then we know that PO modulus equals to modulus of OQ. PO modulus equals to, because this is the center, equals to modulus of OQ. The length are equal, and therefore this x minus the coordinate of this x is negative 2. X minus minus 2 is x plus 1 squared. That is how to find the modulus. Plus y minus 8. Y, that is y minus 8 squared equals to x minus minus 4 squared plus y minus 7 squared. Square root here and the square root here. The square root and square root cancel, so we remain with that same. We remain with this equation. So you use a plus b squared is the same as a squared plus 2ab then plus b squared. So this is x squared plus 2 times 2, which is 4x, then plus 4 squared plus 2 squared, which is 4, then plus, this is the same as y squared, because a minus b squared is the same as a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So this becomes y squared minus 2 times 8 is 16y times y is 16y, then plus b squared, which is 64, equals to, we employ the same method, x squared minus 8x plus 16, then plus y squared minus 2 times 7 is 14 times y is 14y, then plus 7 squared, which is 49. So you realize that x squared and this x squared will cancel out. Then we also have y squared, this positive, and this positive, if it comes the other side, it cancels out. So the y squared and the y squared cancels, we remain with now I put the x the right hand side, it will be 4x plus 8x. This 4x, I bring this other side, it becomes plus 8x. Then numbers, we have 4 plus 64, then this 16 go to the other side, it will be minus 16, 49, positive goes to the other side, minus 49, equals 2, we remain the y this other side, so we shall be having negative 14y, we bring this y here plus 16y, so this and this gives you 12x, so we shall be having 12x. This, if you add all this, you get plus 3. This gives you negative 14y plus 16y gives you 2y. So that means 2y equals to 12x plus 3. 2y equals to 12x plus 3. So that is it. Then we divide by 2 over 2. We can say y equals to 6x plus 3 over 2. This is correct, and this one is also correct. The next question is question number 14. The surface area of two spheres are 36 centimeters square and 49 centimeters square. Sorry. If the volume of the smaller sphere is 20.2 centimeters cubed, calculate the volume of the larger one. We know that area scale factor is area of image over area of object, and area of image, put it 49 over 36. That is, we can find the linear scale factor is area scale factor square root, which gives you 7 over 6. Then volume scale factor is linear scale factor cubed, which is 7 over 6 cubed. That gives you 343 over 216. That means linear scale factor, that is the volume scale factor. So if we use the volume scale factor, that is to get the volume scale factor is volume of image or volume of the object. So we let the volume of the image to be x because that's what we are looking for. All over volume of 20 object, which is 20.2, equals to 343 over 216. So we cross multiply. That means 216x is equals to 20.2 times 316. X will be 20.2 times 343 all over 216, and that gives you 6928.6 all over 216. That gives you 32.0769 centimeters cubed. That is the volume of the larger cone. Volume of the larger cone, or sphere, I mean. Question number 15. During inter-school competitions, rugby and football teams from Range Secondary School took part. The probability that rugby could win their first match was 1 over 8, while that of handball team could lose was 4 over 7. First of all, we can draw a tree diagram whereby we say rugby winning is 1 over 8, and therefore rugby losing is 7 over 8. This means rugby losing. Then we also have handball win, handball lose, handball win, handball lose. We draw in both. Handball win here, handball lose, handball win, handball lose. And therefore, we know that probability of handball losing is 4 over 7, so the winning is 3 over 7. So it will be the same here, 4 over 7, 3 over 7. So here we have rugby win, handball win, rugby win, handball lose, rugby win, handball win, rugby lose, handball win, rugby lose, handball lose. And therefore, if find the probability that at least one team won the first match, at least one team. Here there is a team that won. Here there is a team that won. Here there is a team that won. Here there is no team that won. So at least one team won. It is these three of them. Or simply, it is 1 minus none won. None of the team won. So it is probability at least one team won. It is 1 minus probability none of the team won. So none of the team won will be 7 over 8 times 4 over 7. So it is 1 minus 7 over 8 times 4 over 7, and that gives you 1 minus a half. This gives you 28 over 56, which is the same as a half. 1 minus a half gives you a half. So that is a probability that at least one team won in the first match. It is a half. And finally, question number 16 on section A. In an experiment, water was heated and its temperature changes recorded at intervals of 2 minutes as shown in the table below. We have the time and temperature. On the grid provided, we were asked to plot the points and draw the line of best fit. Now, what you do here, I've taken the temperature on the y-axis and then the time on the x-axis. You use your own scale. And at least draw a graph. After drawing, you see more points that make a straight line. This point is out, this is out, this out are 1, 2. Those that are out are 3. Then you see these other ones are many, form a straight line. Then after forming a straight line, part B, you ask that use the line of best fit to estimate the time taken for the temperature of interval for the temperature of the water to be 75 degrees Celsius. To be 75 degrees Celsius, you come at 75 degrees Celsius around here, you go across, then you read the value down here, you read it as 11.6 minutes. 11.6 minutes, 1 mark. So there is 1 mark for the scale. If you use a good scale, plotting 1 mark, and the line, the best fit line is 1 mark. That gives you 3. And also reading 75 going across and reading it to be 11.6 minutes. That gives you another 1 mark. So that is all for section A. Subscribe if you haven't, so that you are able to get section B predictions as earlier as I post them. Thank you for listening, and sure you subscribe if you haven't, to promote my channel. Thank you.